So I don't know how many of you guys like, the holiday season. For many of us, it's not always the happiest time, to be honest. So I used to live up on a mountain in this small little town, and in this town, they loved the holidays. They loved it so much that they spent so much time feasting, and they sang. They sang a lot, and their music. I've come a long way. I'm going to tell you, I still don't really love the songs, but we'll get to that later. But what I found out was I had trouble seeing other people happy.
Yeah, that can be hard.
And it kind of felt like the more joy I saw, the more pain I felt. And I got to a point where, honestly, I kind of felt like the way for me to help myself would be to hurt the people who were having fun. So I ended up, trying to ruin a couple holiday parties and things like that. And something happened during the middle of this, my intention was just end the joy, right? Two things happened. One, I'm in the middle of doing my thing, messing up some stuff for people. And this little girl, just caught me out of nowhere, right? And I'm not a kid person, let me tell you. I don't really like kids that much. But this little girl, she saw me all of a sudden for a second, doing the stuff I was doing that was trying to hurt people. And she didn't know who I was, She didn't know that, I actually, believe it or not, I was grown with a physical condition where my heart is 2 times smaller than everybody else's. I did get surgery later, so now it's about the same size as others. But she didn't know anything about me, but she looked at me, and in her eyes, I kind of saw a mirror. And the mirror was kind of first of all, it just showed one thing. It showed what I was being. I saw my awfulness, the thing that I wasn't. And I was ashamed when I saw what I was being. But what this little girl was able to do is she showed me another part of the mirror, which was how she saw me. And what she saw is something that's deeper than me. She didn't see me destroying. She saw my potential to be a happy member of this community.
Yeah.
And what's crazy enough, they have this saying that says, love people until they are strong enough or can love themselves, are they able to love themselves? I think that little girl right in that moment, she kind of loved me in a way that made me think of myself, So after that, I went home and I didn't really think much of it, because she caught me in the middle of the thing. But wouldn't you know, the next day, everything I tried to do to ruin these people, it actually made them stronger. Unbelievable. And the sound of the Christmas songs, they started coming back again, And
why do you think that it made them so strong? If you had done stuff to try, what do you think in that community they had?
Well, I didn't know at the time. All right, Amy, I didn't know. But now that I'm part of the community, I think I figured it out. And what it is that joy, it's a process. Joy is something that you need to choose to work on and work towards, and you need to choose to maintain it. But they understood that no matter how hard someone would come for their joy, they had to protect that. And the best way to protect that is actually by being together, holding hands and singing. It sounds so corny, but metaphorically, getting together, holding hands, which is what we try to do over here at the Monthly Focus, and singing is becoming unified in unison with harmony.
We'll end with this by saying the person that you saw that mirror of yourself in, that the little girl, I remember and recall you telling me that she didn't know necessarily that she had made this moment in your life. This
is the last message we want to leave you with, all right? Is that you could be that little girl for someone else.
You absolutely could.
Well, I could, but you could too. But the fact is, what Amy said is she didn't know.
We could be doing that for people right now. They could be seeing us hearing these stories.
But what I think the important part you said is that she didn't know. She was just being good. So how many people do you affect without knowing it? How many people do you affect without knowing it? And now when you're thinking about that and you know that you're affecting people, how many people can you affect in a positive way?
Yes.
That's what I want to know.
All right,
And that
everybody.
was 50 years ago. Long-lasting joy.
That's right.
Yeah, give it up for our
Thank you very
guest host,
much, everybody.
Amy Hurd
Thank you, Amy.
and Mr. G from New York.